Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. On Saturday, February 14th, 2026, I recorded a bonus reading for channel members, and the majority of them have voted, and they feel that these messages should be shared with all of you. So what I did was I took the nearly 3-hour video and I edited it down, one for each of the zodiac signs. I encourage you to watch your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus. If you're not sure what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in the description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. I issue 48 exclusive readings to members every month. And so if you'd like to join us, that would be fantastic. But whether you can or you can't, please drop some love in the comment section for channel members, because as I said, this reading that normally would be exclusive to them has been made available to you thanks to their love, care, and concern for the collective. I hope you enjoy this reading. Hello, time travelers. It's Jen. How are you doing? I really appreciate your support and your membership, and I want you to know that I do pay attention to the readings that I release for you. I know that you're 12 short, so this is going to be your bonus reading here. We're going to take a look at something that Source wants you to focus on at this time, okay? And I'm going to begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, so you're welcome to look at any or all of them. And if you don't know what those placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, you know the rule. It's a collective general reading, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it's someone else's, and don't forget to check out your other placements. Also, at the end of this reading, I'm going to do a collective general reading for everyone watching, and I think that's everything that I want to say. Again, I apologize for the delay in getting out the bonus reading. I just was swamped here with horrible winter weather, and I finally come through it, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to do that bonus reading. So, all right, without any further delay, here we go. Oh, one more thing. Please keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. We are now pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. So if I stumble on my words or I talk a little too fast or a little too slow, I just ask for your forgiveness ahead of time. Okay. With all of that said, I think that's with all of that said now. All right, let's begin. Hello, Leo. I just had a little bit of a coughing fit during the Cancer reading, so I really need a sip of my coffee. I'm so sorry, but that was like nonstop talking there for like 45 minutes. Okay. Keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. My ruling planet is now of Mercury. There I go, stumbling, is now in pre-shadow. So if I stumble my way through your reading, I apologize. But let's see what Source wants you to focus on at this time. Sacrifice. Okay. Why does Source want Leo to focus on sacrifice at this time? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why does Source want Leo to sacrifice at this time? Or what do you want Leo to sacrifice at this time? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Jesus, 10 of Pentacles. I gotta take this. Ace of Pentacles. I think what you need to focus on right now is this heartbreaking situation that you either endured recently or you're currently enduring actually is necessary. Like, it had to be sacrificed. It had to be removed from your life so you can move towards something or someone better. Tell me about that 10 of Wands to the 3 of Swords. Let's do a joint clarification on that. So maybe I'm speaking to a Leo where you're like, I don't understand why that happened, or that friend betrayed me, or that person cheated on me. And it's like, you had to let that go. Sometimes the Hangman card, and we don't have the Hangman card on the table, but that's the energy I get from that Sacrifice card. It's like when we look at something from a different perspective, we get a different angle on it. And then it's like, oh, well, that's why I have to let that go, or that's why I needed to let that go, or why I needed to sacrifice that. So it's getting a different perspective that had to happen in order for this to come in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 3 of Swords to that 10 of Wands. Justice. Yeah, it was the only way. Fool card. Oh my God. Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. That had to happen. I know people hate hearing tarot readers say that. Like, well, why did I have to be heartbroken? Why did they have to dump me? Why did they have to make me an option? You know, whatever it was here. Why did they have to fire me? Again, I don't know what this was for you, but it was, and maybe it's not something you're not realizing, but I feel like if you look back and have a different perspective of it, you will. It was more emotionally taxing for you to exist in it than it was for you to exit it. And at that point, that's when justice had to be called by the universe.
If you staying in a situation, environment, or connection is more emotionally burdensome for you than the exodus, than moving on to something or someone better, then yeah, I feel like Source comes in and creates a tower moment in order to break you away from it. And in that moment, you think, I can't handle this. I can't handle all the heartbreak that comes from this separation. But you can, because you've been enduring the heartbreak just existing in that particular connection. So whatever came to an end here, if you can change your perspective and see it in a different way, that had to be sacrificed. In other words, removed from your life. So you can move now in another direction. A new opportunity, a new love interest, a new job. Tell me about the new here. A new soulmate, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. Like this soulmate had to be sacrificed out so the new soulmate can come in. Tell me about that 10 of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. So the new can come in. It was the only way for the universe to equal the playing field here. That situation would have perpetually left you in the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords. It was designed to. And maybe it wasn't always like that. Maybe at some point in time, it was balanced and things were equal. And it was a great job environment, or it was a good friendship, or a good collaboration, or a good romantic partnership. But at some point in that connection, it became completely the opposite of either how it started or how it ended up. It was no longer fair and balanced. And the only way for Source to right the wrong and bring in the 10 of Pentacles, long-term financial stability or long-term emotional contentment, was to introduce a new soulmate here on path for you. And the only way to do that was to remove the current one. So if you're a Leo and you recently lost your job, and I'm not predicting that you will, it's something you would have already experienced, it's because a better job is coming in. If you're wondering why it didn't work out with that friend or that lover, it's because a better one is coming in. And you would have never disengaged from that situation, environment, or connection if it wasn't completely heartbreaking for you. Yeah. You would have continued to endure the 10 of Wands to the 3 of Swords, because at some point in time, you either became or you would have become comfortably numb existing in it. And because God or Source, whatever you want to call that higher entity, wanted more for you, they decided this has got to hurt enough for you to leave, because you were getting too comfortable in the heartache. I don't even think you realized at the time that you were existing in whatever this is in the 3 of Swords to the 10 of Wands. It's like it became comfortable for you. And Source was like, no, 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 can't have that happen. So yeah, at that point in time, it had to become more devastating or more painful. So you would make the active choice to move on from it. Tell me about the 6 of Cups. I want to know about the new partnership coming in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the 8 of Swords. You can't see it now, but that had to happen. The conflict, the loss, the defeat, the competition, whatever happened back here. You can't see it now, but it's all part of your destiny. And I know people don't want to see that, but don't get tripped up here in the 7 of Swords where you're so busy looking back and you're like, but why did that happen? Why did that end? I would look forward to where you're headed. Don't sabotage your new beginning by not recognizing it in this moment. That person, place, or thing had to be sacrificed. Like I said, removed out of your life. It's just you're not seeing it now, but this actually was for your highest good. And what I'm noticing here in the 8 of Swords card, we have the 3 of Swords from the heartbreak, and then we have the 5 of Swords here from the conflict. And you're standing here in the middle, completely, there goes Mercury retrograde, completely blindfolded and not able to fully understand maybe at this time, why did I have to go through that? You're about to find out why. Tell me about this new partnership. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, this is screaming stability, whether it's financial or emotional. So I want you to claim that person or that opportunity however you'd like. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Hierophant, talk about stable. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. And Judgment. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. I have to throw this out there for just one of you watching, okay? It's possible that this goes back to childhood. I don't know why I'm getting this message. Like I said, it's probably for one of you watching. Where maybe you don't understand, why you were put in the foster care system, why you were put into adoption, why a particular parent exited your life, you know, why were you raised by a grandparent or someone else. If that's your message, what you're not seeing is because the person that ended up raising you was a lot better than who would have been raising you. That's a terrible thing to say. Like I said, it's probably for only one of you watching. But there's something like grandma or grandpa or something like that were more stable or more consistent than this individual. Don't take that message if it's not yours. And if something like that happened, but you ended up like in a worse situation, that's definitely not your message, okay? So I feel like it's just for those of you, or maybe you did end up having like a steady, healthy, kind of grounded person there who raised you, but it wasn't your biological parents. Again, I just feel like that's the message, is like, oh, it's because this actually would have been more difficult for you. And maybe that's something you don't see, and maybe this reading here is intended to help you see that. For others of you, this is way more present, way more current. This is fresh here. Why did I lose this situation, environment, or connection? Because something better is coming, something that's more stable, something that's more aligned to who or what you are. So whatever sacrifice occurred way back in the past or recently, I think what Source wants you to focus on is it's because it was destined. It was part of your life path and your life plan. So something or someone better now can enter it. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here, please, for the Leo collective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Swords to the Page of Swords. Queen of Swords. 2 cards came out. 3 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. Yeah. Don't get caught up in that 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords could be the lower octave of the Devil, where we're incessantly, or continually thinking about, why did that go wrong, right? Why did they put me up for adoption? Why did that person break up with me? Why did that job fire me? Instead, see it from a new perspective. And the new perspective is, I deserved better, or I deserve better. For those of you who are like currently going through it right now, I would change your perspective. And if you change your perspective, it will change. If you change your perception, if you change your perspective, it'll change your perception. Sorry, again, Mercury retrograde. But there's something here about seeing that loss, whatever it has been for you, whenever it occurred in your life, was actually for your highest good. It was to put you now on path and in alignment with individuals that are actually beneficial to you, more solid, more steady, more aligned and in tuned to who you are and who you're becoming. That is what I have for you, Leo, at this time. So Source wants you to change your perspective on a particular sacrifice here that occurred in your life, again, regardless of when it happened, and see it for what it was, which is part of your life path, in order to get the wheels of fate in motion so you can move towards something or someone else far better. And if this has recently happened, this is coming in very soon. That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.
Thank you so much for watching that reading. I hope that it is beneficial to you at this time. Remember to drop some love in the comment section for our channel members, because they made that message available to you at this time. If you'd like to join them, in the description box is information on how you can become a time traveler. I release 48 exclusive readings to members, and so if you can join us, that would be fantastic. Remember to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.